persons to attend.
Connect us. It's
Yeah,
365. I appreciate that we have a lot of people there.
Marco, I cannot make Eugenie video on. I've done it for Valerie.
Valerie, please make Evgeny a host. Participants.
And switch on your video. You
How
can
to
switch
make
on
it?
your video and after make me an
Yeah, I'm
organizer.
here.
Harold,
Okay.
here we can.
And make me organizer, Valerie, please.
How to make you organizer?
Host. You go to the options and under that host.
Participants. Find
Yeah.
Evgeny. Right click.
Yes, now he's host. Yes, Evgeny, you can switch on your
Yes.
camera.
Perfect. I'm here, guys. Finally, let's start.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first webinar session by Motorica. We are thankful for everybody who has agreed to participate in this program. We would like to take a little step forward from where we left it in India. We met most of the people at our stall in Upai. We have had the opportunity of showcasing our product, and we are thankful to everybody who has come back with so many positive questions and so many solutions, which I think our distinguished panel will address today. We will broadly cover our vision for India, and we will also cover technical know-hows about the product at its current state and also where we see the product moving in the future. As you know, this is a superior product by a Russian ingenious design and engineering, which not only uses a 100% Russian solutions, we are using a lot of European parts and components in our solutions. So I think today I will introduce our distinguished panel. We have Evgeny Konev, who is from our international development team. He comes to the company with great exposure in the international market. He has widely traveled in countries like Japan, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia, as well as South America as well. He has great knowledge about the product. He has closely worked with our development team and also supported our Indian international development team for Southeast Asia as well as India. We have Valerie, who is, thank you. We have Valerie, thank you so much, thank you. We have Valerie here, who has played a very important role in getting all the participants together and has closely worked with our partners to establish a successful environment where all of us have come together to share, our contribution for this mission and vision of the company. We have Utkrisht Ahuja, who is from our partner program, from ShoreHab. He will be here. He will talk independently about his vision with Motorica and how it will be shared moving forward. The man behind our entire communication, Marco, he is the head of international marketing and design. He is the person who has made this entire thing possible for us to get a strong impression in the global market in terms of design and communication. He will be also taking questions from the team participating today, and he will lead a very important role moving forward.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
And let me introduce myself. I am the Indian correspondent, the coordinator for the business. I am based out of Mumbai, and I think I've met most of y'all at different exhibitions and different levels of interaction. I am today's sutradhar, or you can call me my facilitator. I will be asking questions to the panel, and I will take questions directly from you also. And along with Valerie, I can put these questions to the distinguished panel. The entire speech will be led by our international senior representative, Mr. Evgeny. He will take this presentation forward and then hand over this presentation to Utkrisht, who will further take it to the end. Yeah. Thank you so much. Please take on.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm happy to be here. Yes, and I want to introduce myself briefly. I'm Evgeny. I'm from Russia, from Moscow, and for us right now, it's very important to understand you. Where are you from? Please write in the comments, and we will say hello to your city or to your place. Yes, because we've been in a lot of beautiful cities across the India, and I like your country, and I think it will be very interesting journey because we have 5 webinars, and in the end of this journey you will get the certification and you will get a lot of knowledges from Russia, from our point of view. We want to share it with you, and what I want to talk about right now, because it's in every newspaper, every screen right now. Please let me speak about current situation, and please raise your hands who are stuck at home right now and who are sitting in their kitchens, in their bedrooms, and trying to do all the best from their sides to do business, to communicate with their people, to hold this situation in this turbulence. Me also. Yes, we have a lot of news. I and Sean and our team from India, they share with me a lot of interesting news from India, even about Russia. For example, left news from in your screen about 500 lions in the streets of Moscow in Russia. It's actually false, but it's a very interesting joke because lions are dying when it's -10, for example. Yes, guys. I think today we can not only speak about some products, but actually we want to chat with you to understand the current situation and speak freely about next step of business, because we see that this crisis, it can be like a trouble, but also some possibilities are coming. And today we want to speak not only about the problems, but about possibilities in the future. I think you saw us in a different exhibition. The last was on February, and you saw our team and our stall. We present our first robotic hands, one basic grip solution with good design, and we spoke with a lot of people. I so appreciate your involvement and your experience, and we plan to relocate our team. And I marked in my calendar 23rd of March as the date when me, Marco, and one more technical specialist who is responsible for service will relocate to India to start our campaign of our product there. But I have one. Yes.
Can you please put a full screen?
Full screen?
Yeah, full screen, please, if you have this possibility, Marco.
Is it okay?
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We met a lot of guys, and I have one saying from my mom that if you want God to be laughing on you, just to share with him your plans. And actually it was like this. My plans was to relocate the team, and right now I'm sitting in my kitchen. Something like this. So guys, and we thought that in this situation, we can share with you some knowledges about distance work, about future, because all crises, they have end, actually, but we still alive, and business and life is going forward after the crisis. And today we want to speak about our new product, which we want to present with our partners, SureHub. UK, Utrecht. He's one of the heads of this company, yes, and he will speak with you freely about distribution of this product. Yes, say hello. And today I want to speak about one and interesting solution which we start in Russia, and I want to describe our team briefly, our background. Yes, thank you so much. Our history is approximately 5 years. We started 5 years ago with different types of solutions. First of all, we started with 3D printed mechanical solutions for kids. It was our niche, yes, and we made a lot of job, and we have great experiences in engineering, in medical rehabilitation. We have a team on board of medical specialists who care about rehabilitation programs. Also, we have people who wear our devices in our team, and moreover, we have more than 1,000 users in 12 countries, and we're proud of it. Yes, and we in touch with them, and they are active. They appreciate our product, and they know how to be with Motorica as a one team, because every our user is our team member who are giving us the feedback, and with this feedback we are going forward, we are moving forward, and giving the best solutions for our people. And yes, we are saying that we are one of the biggest of digital prestigious area, and we positioning us as a leader in Russia, and we have very strong positions here in more than 70 regions. Russia is huge, as India also. Yes, and I think that it's very good result for our team, and with you, with Indian team, we became stronger. Can we make next slide, please? We have a big support here in Russia, and you see a list of our partners, so from government, from private companies who are, support us in digital solutions. Our office located in Skolkovo Foundation area, Skolkovo Innovation Center. It's the biggest innovation center in Europe. We have a production, rehabilitation, and other R&D and development facilities here in near in Moscow. We have in our partnership, that's why, yes, we are in the middle of different technologies. And we have our technological partners who, like Kaspersky and other telecommunication company, who provide us digital solution. And today I want to start with our, yeah, thank you. You can switch the next slide without any problem. Today I want to start with our basic INDY model. The name of it is Marco idea. Marco, please, can you explain me what was on the back?
You mean what is it INDY? Why it is INDY?
Yes, why?
Some of them could think that this is because India. The real story which stands behind is, yes, it is because of India, but majorly it's because of Indie culture. There is an Indie culture which is always unique, you know, which is always outstanding, and which inspires people to go through and to be different, but to be different, to be better. That's the story. That's why we call it Indie. Oops.
Thank you, Marco. And today I want to explain briefly about this product, because we have 5 webinars, and the next webinar will be about installation, about socketing, about how to manage the system of control, and how to work with your patients. Today I just want briefly to explain some technical specification, and I think that it will be enough for today. We have, I think, approximately 60-70 minutes for it, and then to answer your questions first of all, because for us, chatting and your feedback is the most important part. So INDY is a basic one grip strong solution. The main competitor of our product is Autobock Myofacial, the same AMG control system which allow to manage these prostheses. We can use one or two channels, depends on the trauma, depends on the muscle activity and so on. We use different types of interesting digital technologies inside. If you are talking, for example, new things and new options, we use NFC as in the top models, for example, of iLimb, of Osher. We use NFC to start digital payment or to set your prosthesis or to make settings inside of the clinics, because the setting of the myoelectrical prosthesis is not so easy. It's complicated stuff, and we made it for technicians, for doctors, for professionals like you in the easiest way. Yes, we are trying to do all the best. And we have also inside real-time connection IoT, and we can detect what happens right now with the prosthesis, the technical issues, and predict if something goes wrong with the motors and so on. We can make a push message to our clients to go to the nearest spare center, yes, and to repair his prosthetic before any trouble. So our basic technical specification is total effort about 110 newtons, is approximately the same like digital twin and Autobock Myofacial solution. Opening length is approximately 100 millimeters. It allows our patient to strongly grip some objects with diameter not bigger than 95 and 100 millimeters. The speed is one of the most important challenge for the engineers, yes, and we make the speed approximately 1 second for gripping. It's enough in compare of other solutions. It's the same in compare of Autobock, is the same one. Operation time, next one. It's the very interesting point, because we have two solutions with two different capacities inside of the battery. Yes, and one battery allows to use it for 24 hours, and the second battery allows to use it in with the approximately 48 hours. And one of the most interesting things that we use USB Type C inside of the charger, and our users can use power banks to charge their prosthesis. It's very important issue and interesting part that they can use not only wall sockets. Full charge time from 3 to 5 hours, depends on the capacity. And as I know, Sean, you can correct me, and you Utkrist also, and our colleagues, that the waterproof and the humidity is one of the biggest challenge in India. And I think we made a great job with our engineers, and we have a waterproof solution below the wrist, because nobody have solution waterproof for full socketing. Yes, even a Tasca Mercedes-Benz in the world of arms, they have waterproof, but only below the wrist. Yes, below the wrist. And we have water protection and dust protection IP level of 65. It's a very good result. And if you see that we have two types actually of prosthesis, without cosmetic glove, as you see in this picture, and with cosmetic glove. And this waterproof level we support on each model. even without cosmetic gloves. It's
Sorry,
very
John,
important.
we have a question.
Yes.
Can,
Yes,
can
thank
you,
you.
can you please describe in more details what does it mean waterproof LP65?
IP65, it's actually it's a global standard. First figure, it's 6. It means that the level of dust protection, the highest one. 5 means that the level of waterproof is the the level of getting humidity and water inside of the wrist, inside of the hand, at the level when you are getting in the very, very strong rain. 65, it's very good figures, and I think for you can correct me, but I think it's a very good position here. So guys, please.
Can you,
Yes.
thank you so much for this explanation. As you know, India has different climatic environments. In up north, we have extreme heat, and there are situations where people tend to remove their solution and keep it on the dashboard of a car, for example, and that attracts a lot of extreme heat up north. And in Maharashtra, we have a lot of rain, so there's humidity issues. And down south, it's very, very humid throughout most of the time. And with the air conditioning and all, there's a lot of moisture that gets trapped. So how does this solution behave in this kind of environments? Could you help us understanding it a little better?
Sure, Sean, sure. I actually I faced your humidity and I faced your rains few times. It's the feeling when you're making 3 steps from your taxi to the entrance of the hotel, and you are wet from the head to your feet. I know something about your weather, and actually in Russia we have the same challenges. We have different climate zones, if you know, yes, and we have big issues about minus and about cold, and we have the lower degree which our prosthetic can face. It's -10. Under your jacket with -10 it will work without any problem, and the highest it's plus 50. We tested in climate cameras. Everything is good, but you actually need to understand that you don't need to leave your prosthesis in your car, because in your car it can be heat approximately 70 degrees. It can be trouble not for prosthesis as a mechanism, but it can be trouble for a socket, for example.
Eugene, there are 3 questions already in stock, I would say. One question is, what is the material it is made from?
Mm-hmm.
Second one, what is the weight of prosthesis?
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, is very tricky, from Mr. Drubin Chowda. IP tests increase price of prosthesis. Utkarsh, do you know what is IP tests? Do you see the chat?
Yes, IP tests we made here in our lab. Actually, everything in development right now increased the prices, but we still make the level of our product and our partners, and Utkarsh will explain you a little bit later about our positioning, but we hold our prices in a very good level right now. And IP protection, we split this price for development for our different markets, not only for India. I say something like this about IP protection. The first question you asked me, Marco, was about the materials.
Yes.
We use materials inside of the cosmetic glove. We use synthesizing powder. It's polyamide. It's hypoallergy, very good and certificate German material, which we use in our industrial synthesizing machines for 3D printing. I say it like this. From technical point of view. From practical point of view, it's a very, very strong plastic. Very strong. We tested even, you know, we put our prosthesis to the rooftop. Yes, it's approximately 10 level of 30 meters, I suppose, and the crash from this top didn't hit our prosthesis. I think it didn't damage it, and I think it's very good level. I see one of the interesting question is about the level of the amputation. The level of amputation, it's below the elbow, and about wrist options, we will explain you during our next webinar. It will be on Friday, this Friday. We will join our CTO and our owner and inventor, who will explain our colleagues a lot of questions about installation, because right now I generally want to talk about the product as INDY and my electrical one grip solution. And on this Friday, you can join us and get answers for your technical questions. We will keep it. My colleagues Valerie and Marco will keep it, and we can answer for these questions this Friday about wrist also. So guys, I think we can go forward, and you can challenge me with your questions. I want briefly to explain you our interesting features which we add to our prosthesis. Yes, here, Marco, please, can you show the video how our colleague, actually, it's Sergey, it's our pilot, and he works in our team. He uses both hand INDY solutions, yes, and he can pay with his hand inside of the malls, shops, even in the metro station, because we use NFC inside of our wrist, NFC tags. Also, we
give me a second. Now it will work.
Yeah, thank you. I think combination of different types of technologies nowadays, because we are sitting actually in the biggest innovation center, and we can combine different types of technologies inside of the hands. And these wearable devices allow us to invite our patients, to invite our people to the digital world. Yes, and we can provide for them solutions how to manage their hands, not only for gripping, but also for some digital additional technologies which healthy hands not allow you to do. It's very important part of the technologies. Marco, can you show our colleagues next slide with the videos of touchscreen solutions?
Yes, I go.
Which allow to use our INDY design hand, INDY design without cosmetic glove, to use screen of smartphone. Actually, it's a very big issue for our clients who use, for example, both hands, and for them it's very important to use cell phones right now. And it's an option actually of high level quality solutions like iLimp, and we use it in our basic solutions of Motorica. No video, yes? Something.
No video. I'm trying to fix. Yes. Now it will go alive. Just a second.
Okay, let's wait for a video to see what fingertips we use with special silicone for it.
Yeah, we have a question by Mr. Rehman about the rotation of the wrist, Mr. Evgeny. Can you answer this question, please?
Yes, yes. I mentioned that we have a wrist rotation. Yes, it's not electric. Yes, one. It's basic wrist rotation with discrete rotation. Yes, and our colleagues will show you how it works in a socket in the next webinar on this Friday. So Marco, I think we can skip the videos. I think everybody can imagine the prosthesis and can imagine that people can use their fingers to operate their cell phone.
John, can we answer one question? Just can you explain about NFC technology in detail?
NFC technology in details. NFC is my favorite one. We use different NFC tags inside of the hand, and we can program it. For example, if we need to make a setting of the prosthesis, our colleagues will explain it on Friday, but briefly I will show how it works. We use our cell phone and Motorica application. One client comes to your clinic and asks to make a setting, for example, or it's a first visit of your client for installation. For installation, you have to connect your cell phone to the prosthesis by Bluetooth connection. But we can use NFC. We switch on NFC and going directly to this prosthesis settings and set this all issues, for example, thresholds of sensors and so on, and set inside of the cell phone. And NFC allow us to connect cell phone and Bluetooth module in 1 second, for example.
Yeah, and
it's just one option. Second option is to have a collaboration with the local banks and to give a possibility to pay, for example, but it will be in the next. Right now we show how it works in Russia.
Yeah, so please, colleagues, if this information is clear, please can you write something in chat? So I see that these questions were asked by Ramnat Thakur and Dia Rehman. So please, is it clear? Give us an answer. And we also have one good question. John, is this prosthetic also for child? Is it heavy for child?
Okay, good. Two questions I've got about the weight and about the audience, which we can serve and install our prosthesis. Marco, can we go forward to the next slide, and we will explain our colleagues.
I think we have most of the questions moving forward in our presentation.
A lot of guys, please, we need to make this database to answer after it because we have lack of time, a lot of questions. Thank you so much to be so active. Marco, please, can you switch on your screen?
We will definitely answer to everybody.
Do you see the screen? No?
Not yet.
Just a second.
It's our first experience of webinar actually, and I think Zoom is working pretty good. My connection is okay. I think everybody hear us.
Do you see?
Yes, here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10. Slide number 10 was our last one.
Okay, 10.
Yeah, can you make full screen? Thank you so much. So here, colleagues, you see different options for our prosthesis. Yes, we show that our clients, they can make a choice. They can make a choice to use digital robotic hands without cosmetic glove or with cosmetic glove with any type of socket. So what you can offer as a specialist. If you use carbon fiber, you can use carbon fiber, for example. Here you see our clients and our basic solutions for INDY. Let's move forward. I
have a question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Evgeny,
Yes.
I have a question for you. Could you tell me
Yes.
about the touch screen that is visible on the solution? There is a touch screen out there. Could you elaborate?
Yeah,
on that,
it was a touch screen. It was our promotion and our experiment inside of our lab for some of our clients. It's experiments of our CPOs who work in our team. Yes, and actually they trying to make interesting solution. For example, previously we integrated cell phone. We had a partnership with Sony. We integrated cell phone of Sony inside of the socket. It was a good experiment, but today I want to show you only our basic solution. Yes, and this touch screen, it was our experiment because socket is a part of the possibility of professionals and CPOs.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's move forward to the key value proposition for our customers. Here you see that, and I can answer for your question here about the weight and about the age of our patients. We can install from 14 years old patients, depends on the trauma and the size for them. For example, these young men. Videos are not working, I think. Yes,
I will try.
Okay, thank you. And we have patients approximately 65, 70 years old. So they range from 14 to 17, something like this. We have different in Russia, and not only in Russia. Yes, we already spoke about design, and you saw our interesting cyborg concept, and it's not a concept. We have a lot of patients who prefer this design. And if you're talking about the weight, the full kit, the weight of it approximately 500 grams, depends on the size and depends on the capacity of battery. It's usual weight, and actually, for example, for kids, for them is important to have don't have overweight of their healthy hand. That's why they need a little bit heavy hand, and 500 grams is actually the weight of healthy hand. Okay, I think we can move forward and send these videos in our letters. Yes, colleagues, I think it will be great to add some links to YouTube. Yes, and to show that we have different patients who choose different options for transradial amputations. We see that one of the biggest issue for our clients is the service, because bioelectrical hands and robotic hands, they can be not so stable as the mechanical solutions, for example. Yes, and for them, we need to create and need to give not only a tool, but need to give them the support. First of all, the technical support if something gone wrong. Second is rehabilitation support, and giving them a tool, it's only a start to involving these patients for a process of rehabilitation. Because as a specialist, our goal is not to give a tool, but to give for our clients the possibility to live their lives in a most sophisticated way, I think. And our motto, I think that prosthesis should be like a tool. And our patients, they are patients for life if they choose Motorica or any other solution. Actually, for us, it doesn't care. We doesn't care because one of the biggest challenge of the market of upper limb prosthesis that people do not see the reason why they want to install the prosthesis. And we will make our special third and fourth webinar about this theme. And we want to talk with you how to talk with your patients and how we are talking here with our patients, how to prove that the quality of their living increase. I think we can move forward. I spoke a lot, guys, and you can answer for some questions if we have some right now. And I think for the key value propositions of our customers, they can speak better than me, and 1,200 patients can speak better than me, actually. Yes, and we involve to our society, and in each country we create the society of people who wear upper limbs to share their knowledges, to share their rehabilitation programs, and to involve them to interesting life. Yes, and for them and for us, it's the most interesting value proposition. So, Sean, it's the end of my part. Yes, and I think we can give the word to our partner and very good guy, professional one. I'm proud to know him, guy from Singapore and from India simultaneously.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Evgeny, for all the valuable information that you provided. I think you've answered most of the questions, and a wonderful audience for participating and proactively connecting with us at each stage. Now I would like to introduce our partner, Mr. Utkarsh Ahuja, Director, Marketing and Clinic Operations for Shohab. Shohab is a reckoned name in the industry. They have been around for a long time, providing various solutions across India with a huge network, huge infrastructure based out of Hyderabad. With a little bit about Utkarsh. Utkarsh has over a decade of experience as sales and marketing in a wide area of healthcare and medical device industry. Utkarsh is no stranger to the orthopedic and prosthetic industry. He was associated with OSOR for the longest period of his career as national sales manager. And the last assignment he handled was at Leica Biosystems as a senior sales manager for Southeast Asia based out of Singapore. And now I would proudly now he's associated with Shohab. I would request Mr. Utkarsh to say a few words and take this presentation forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Eugenie, thank you. You talked so much about everything. I don't think I have much left. It's been a wonderful audience. A lot of questions around, a lot of interest. Before we move further, let me tell everyone that this is just one of the sessions. There'll be many more sessions will be coming in. We will talk about rehabilitation. We will talk about how to fit it. We will talk about, how to position this product differently, and, how do we bring more value to your clinic. So it's a series of sessions. So bear with us. Today would be, in the interest of time, we have kept it to be a 1 hour session, which I think we will be overdoing. But I'll try keeping my session short and try giving you as much information I can do. So we talked about, INDY, the product range. Now you can clearly see on the picture, there are two kind of hands. One is with a cosmetic cover, which we are more familiar with. You know, a lot of our audience likes using cosmetic covers, and the other one which is more cyborg version, which is cyborg looking, more advanced. There is this shift in culture where, you know, we are seeing a lot of you know, younger amputees. They are not afraid of showing that they wear a prosthetic. They are more open to it, and they want to be using more robotic looking, more cyborg looking hands. So we have one version for people who are conservative, who want to use a cosmetic version, and we have one version for people who are more outgoing and want to use something which is robotic or cyborg looking. All this is available as a kit, which I'll be referring to in my upcoming slides. Marco, if you can help me. Okay. And, you know, I was always being asked, right, what is the value proposition that Motorica brings? And, you know, what is it that we are doing differently than what all is available out there? One major issue, and, you know, we can all type it in chat, is that breaking down has been a major problem. And, you know, I have, you know, in the last couple of years, I've seen all kind of hands being used, imported from China, imported from, you know, various parts of the world. They're cheaper, they're a lot more cost effective, but they break down. And, you know, every other month, either the battery is down, or the electrodes broke down, or the motor is not functioning. What we don't want you to go through that experience. We wanted to bring you something which is reliable, which stands with the patients, and which is very easy to use. So in the entire range, and you will know more about it as we in this partnership, we have used Swiss-made products, all European, well certified. So no chances of that breakdown that has been there. Not just that, we have put everything in one kit together, and, you know, it made it very easy for you to use. I will show you the kit in the upcoming slides, Marco. So you will get a premium looking box, right now. I've seen you know, these low cost Chinese hands, or, you know, Asian hands, coming plastic bags. So there is a battery, and there is a, you know, hand, and there is electrodes, and, you know, all packed together. We don't want to be playing in that space. We wanted to offer a premium product, which is not just premium in quality and reliability, but also premium packaging, which when the patient sees it, like, wow, you know what, this looks great. So, you know, we packed it very well together in one kit, which has all the things that you need: your chargers, your electrodes, your wrist units. I know there were questions about, hey, does your wrist rotate? Yes, the wrist rotates. You know, yes, I know there is a lot of interest. The batteries are there. I so many times I've heard that, you know, hey, the battery has not been giving me good feedback, which Eugenie covered in the initial slides, where a 2-hour charge can give us ample amount of working capacity. And you know, that is a key feature that we have here. So one is that everything will come in one box. So it's everything in one single box. Second is we will also provide you installation training. So in Eugenie's slide, he mentioned 23 March. That's where Eugenie, Marco, and you know, few other people were planning to come to India from the Motorica team and do all these training programs, you know, at various clinics. So because of the COVID shutdown, I know you're all working from home. As soon as that's over, we would come see you at your clinics, you know, show you how to fit these products, and, you know, cater to all the technical details that are there. So,
I have one question. Sorry, just one question for you, Chris. In terms of the servicing part, could you tell us on a little concerns on the servicing part? How are you dealing with this through your entire network in India?
Sean, I have one more slide later
okay.
where I will cover up.
You will cover that.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So, you know, one thing which, you know, back in my days with OSER, and, you know, something which I've worked closely with many of our partners in India, you know, is the marketing support, whether it's digital or offline, that we have been giving them. This is digital, right? This is marketing. And we do a lot of social media. We do a lot of end user awareness about the INDY hand. So, you know, when When a customer comes to you, you don't have to sell them the INDY hand concept. They have already seen a lot of videos, they have already seen a lot of content, and when they come to you, they are half prepared. So that 0 point of contact, which happens on the internet or on Google, we are taking care of that piece. And when they come to you, they're well prepared about it. Not just that, for all our partners who will sign with us a partnership, we will be providing them a marketing kit, which will have brochures, which will have installation guides, which will have posters. Beautiful posters that they can put in their clinics, high quality videos. Some of them we could not play now, but we will send you links, and we will make you Dropbox links for that, and you can show them to your end users. Down the line, the plan is to make some of the videos for Indian users also, and so that the patient can connect better with them, and we will share that also with you. All the partner clinics, and I know it is very important sometimes, will be certified. There will be a certificate that will be there on your wall of honor, and you can proudly show that to all the customers that come your way. We will work with, once we have trained you, your clinicians, we will give you a certification also.
And I want to add something to UK words, that this program, these webinars, actually the start of this education. And it will be a very big issue to get this certificate, to get all knowledges before offline seminars.
Thank you, Jenny. Certificates matter a lot to us. So Sean, to cater to your question, the one you asked about servicing, so there will be 1 year warranty on all components, whether they are mechanical, motor, or the batteries. And we will work closely with all the clinics in case there is any warranty claim. There is a service center that we have set up in Hyderabad. And so anything that breaks down, it's not that we have to ship it back to Russia. All that can be repaired locally. The time that we are looking at for repairs is around 1 week to fix whatever faults are there. Within 24 hours, we will be providing loaner units. So let's say somebody has a patient in Bombay, and the hand breaks down, or there is something, and they're like, what, hey Utkarsh, can you help us fix it? What we will do is we will generate a complaint, we will ship them a loaner unit, and they send us back the hand which is at fault. We will fix it, send it back, and get the loaner unit back. So there will be a provision of loaner units to prevent that downtime for the patients. We all understand that the patient cannot live without a hand, and they need something to be using during this downtime, and we have catered to that. Sure.
We have a
Thank you
question.
for your answer.
Yeah, just here, Ukrish, can you answer the question? Is it chargeable for patient, this loan unit?
No, loaner units are not chargeable for the patients. We will give it to clinics on a commitment that loaner unit will be returned to us. So it's a partnership that we do with them. Loaner units will not be charged for. So, but do return it back to us, please.
Yes.
Okay, so talking about rehabilitation, right? I'm like, that is one major thing that we will be doing. So there is an online platform that we have, and some of our colleagues will do a session on the entire rehabilitation process. I think it's the next slide, Marco. So one part is that we have an online platform where we will be, whoever buys a product from us, they will have access to that platform. They can go back, see upper extremity hand, extremity prosthesis. I will cater to your question, Satyavan Mishra, on how virtual reality, how is it possible? So what we will do is, one, there is an online platform where patients can go and they can learn all the techniques that are there, and training programs which will be accessible for everybody. Also, the same time, we have developed a virtual reality system, an entire platform which we are able to install at your clinics. So there will be a device like the gentleman in the picture is wearing on the head. There is a virtual reality device which will be put onto them. There is a software that we have developed, and we will talk about it more. Will you show video on the next? Yes, we will show the videos in the next session on how to do rehabilitation. We will show how to use the software, what all is there, and it will be covered for. But this is an additional system. It is not a part of the INDY hand only, but it's a standalone training system. So you can take that training system even if you want to use it for your older patients. So let's say you have fitted some other hands in the past, you have some touch bionics, or you have some B bionics, or you have some other hands, and you want to partner with us for the virtual reality system. Yes, you can do that, and we will be happy to support you. I will come back to price, Mr. Mahapatra. Can we go next? Okay, this shows, and I was still debating that. I feel that the value proposition that we bring in is more, and our black dot should go more towards the right side. But we have tried to put a value map for you to understand, hey, how do I position the Motorica INDY hand? So if I'm comparing it to the Talines and the Chinese hands, it is something which is a lot more reliable. And the parameter that we used is reliability and build quality. We feel that we have matched, the respectful competitors which are there in the industry, and the quality is similar, but now you have access to that. I think one challenge which has been there is non-accessibility. And a lot of times we don't get those hands, and there are challenges, but now there is a hand which is available for you, which is all 5 fingers. There is a service center which will support you. There is marketing which will help engaging these customers. So Mr. Sunil, there is only one kind of grip in this. This is not a multi-grip hand. There will be a closure and an opening. This will be a voluntary closing hand. That's how we have made it, if I'm able to cater to your question. So it will open, close, open, close. That's the only grip that this has. There is another version of hand that we have. We call them the manifestos. We will cater to that at a different session some other time. But this INDY hand is the entry level hand that's there. So this will do all the functions of opening, closing, much more reliable, and a system. Amit Gulati, Autobok, my official, has 2-year, okay, feedback taken, and we can, if that is a requirement, we can look at increasing the warranties, and there are programs that we will come out with where the patient can take more warranties as needed. Okay.
Tell us about the battery. Tell us about the battery a little more.
What about the battery?
Other competitors really don't guarantee or warranty the battery. Tell us about the battery, about what we are providing.
So another thing that we thought that we want to do, we all understand that all these hands have lithium batteries, right? As you use these batteries, they fade over time, and the capacity and the efficiency of these batteries go down. So what we decided as a team that we will offer one extra set of batteries in the first year to all the patients who buy a hand. So you get, again, your hand becomes fully efficient. So batteries lose around 30 to 40% of their efficiency over a period of 1-ish year. So what we do is right at the time we offer them another set, so their hand is as efficient as a new one. Right, Sean? Is that what you want me to cover? Okay, great. So, Ashwin, we will have enough loaner units to support. It will be it will be directly proportional to as many units are out there in the market. But for every 10 units, we will maintain one loaner unit with us. That's what we will do. Okay, so we'll have enough. I don't think there will be a major challenge. I mean, thanks for bringing it up.
Utkrishт, while you are speaking and answering the questions, I will prepare the video separately to show to everybody, because there are a lot of questions about INDY and PC technology, about grips, so keep going. Thank you.
Okay, I'll keep going. We can go on to the next slide, Mark.
Just a second. Before going to the next slide, I want to show a video, because next slide, I think it is something like invitation or call to action to everybody. Okay?
Okay, next slide talks about price.
Okay, waiting.
Give me a second.
Thank you, UK.
Yes.
I see a lot of questions about some technical issues, and guys, we are happy to be here, yes, and to answer these questions, but actually we prepare second webinar for it, and you can answer our CTO and our guys who are also CPOs, yes, about all these issues. We can answer. Does the hot weather has any effect on these type of prostheses? Depends on what hot weather you have. If below 50, it will be some problem, I think. But nobody doesn't have this weather, only somewhere in Egypt, in the desert.
So it can last, you know, the weathers that we have here is the Rehman, if I'm able to answer your question. We have tested it on, you know, different weathers, tropical places also. So there are no challenges. The testings are done on the build quality as we showed you on the value map. And we will cater to Aman your question on electrode. I leave it to the CTO and the next team to take all kind of questions. Okay, if we can play the video now.
It's still slow. Yeah, here he can use the cash machine, for example, with NFC. For patients with both hand amputation is very important part. Thank you, Marco, for sharing this video.
Thanks, Marco. So one thing which is upcoming throughout the world, right, is this wireless contacts, whether I'm entering a building or I'm going to an ATM machine or I'm going to a credit card machine, all that can be done with the RFID technology that we have within the hand. Another thing which is big, and you know, I want to highlight it again, I know Eugenie mentioned about it, is the remote accessibility. So we can check the health of the hand, which is so far available only in premium hands. And you know, if there is something wrong with the hand, a notification will be sent to the prosthetist, and you know, they can ask the patient to come back. Okay. We can go back to the slide.
Marco, you switched off your microphone.
Give me a second, Lukas, give me a second. I will show you the next one.
UK, beautiful mountains on your back.
And that's what I did during this work from home. I painted them.
Really?
Nah.
This is the second one.
Yeah, it's not marketing videos, just if I'm not mistaken, it's in our office. Sanitizer is very actual right now.
Just a second. Now the third one. Also a child. Second.
Marco, and can we create some folder inside of our YouTube
Yes, we will.
Разожми. Сожми.
А давай возьми,
Нормально.
взять что-нибудь, вот у тебя стоит там, видишь? Так. Прицелился, взял. Расслабился. Ага.
It's first installation, first step of this patient. Thank you, Marco.
Thanks, Marco.
Thank you. Now we'll return to the presentation.
Okay. All right. The question that everybody has been having, right? What is the price? The MRP of the device will be 241,800 rupees or 2,41,800 rupees. That is the MRP that we are launching this product with. I had a lot of on and off with the Motorica team on this, and we finally wanted to offer something which is very premium in terms of build quality, in terms of what we are giving to the patient, also at a reasonable price. So this is the price. I know you may be having all kind of questions right now. Oh, what is the price? I've not tried it. What we thought with the Motorica team, and they were very gracious to be agreeing to that, is to offer a special one-time off discount to all the customers. So we are taking pre-orders right now, and we are offering a very high discount on this MRP. Both Sean and I will be in touch with you on orders. So whatever orders you have, you can tell us, and there is a pre-order and a special price that we are offering to all our clinic partners at this point in time.
Yeah, there's a
Mr.
question. Yeah, question on the EMI part. How can we have an EMI system?
So if it is for patients, there are different companies like FinServe, etc., who are offering EMIs. If you want to get an EMI from us, we can look at credit card options, and we can leverage that. So that should not be a challenge there. Right. So with that, I want to thank you first, the Motorica team, for all the time and putting this together. And we will be in touch with all our customers. This was just the first of many sessions. We want to keep you engaged during this close down and during this lockdown period where we are all working from home, and we want to utilize this time to the best. And we will have much more sessions coming your way, which will talk about all different aspects of the technology. So thank you so much for that. And I will hand it over to Sean and the Motorica team to add their feedback.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Utkrist, for your time, taking time out and being in this session. Thank you so much for answering most of the questions. My dear team that has joined us today, we are very grateful that all of us could be here to answer all the set of questions. We will invite everybody for our second webinar. Do keep in touch. Valerie will be in touch with everybody.
Sure, guys.
Thank you, Evgeny. Thank you, Marco.
I'm afraid that we haven't talked our colleagues about their profit, right? What
Sorry?
is the special offer? What is the special offer of this webinar?
So, Sean, do you want to tell that here, or do you want to do that on a one-to-one call?
I think we will do it. Yeah, I think we will do it on an individual call. We will be addressing and talking to everybody individually, starting from maybe today. Sometime in the evening, we will start talking to people. We will call you and we will give you the special price. Yeah.
Valeria, I can tell you one thing. It's a very big discount. It will not be coming again. So very big discount.
Okay, this is the secret. Yes.
It's a secret big discount. We will share it with a private talk with everybody who was a visitor of this session, and I think you can hold your technical questions. A lot of questions I saw for this Friday. We will answer for them about installation, about EMG sensors, wrist rotation, and so on. And the next two webinars the third one, the fourth one will be about medical point of view. And we present a lot of our research in ISPO in Japan last year, and you are mostly welcome. We will share it with you, our vision of future rehabilitation for patients. And the last fifth webinar will be secret one with the those how to earn money right now, how to act right now, how to perform even you are locked down at your home. I appreciate your involvement, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. And everybody be safe, and wish you all the best to you, friends and family. Stay safe. Thank you.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
But before everybody will go to his homes, will come back to his work and stuff, I would also tell you that if you have a feeling that we made these webinars to sell you some stuff, this is not the point. You know, we made this series of webinars to share our knowledge, to share our vision, to share our life hacks about how to treat our customers and to treat everything we have now in our team with you. If it will be valuable to you, you could use in your work, you could use it, you could make a shift in your business model. If our product and the way we care about customers is the one you like and you want to join, yes, feel free to become our partner and to go together. If you don't think or consider our product to be corresponding to your business, it is okay. Feel free to take all the value you want to take from our webinars about rehabilitations, technician stuff, about prosthetics, and go and be successful, happy, and do your value to the society, to the people around us. These are my words.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Marco.
Bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, guys.
Guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.